When I was an FBI agent in Hawaii, I worked with an informant in her 20s who had this amazing superpower to mimic the writing and text patterns of a 13-year-old girl. She wanted me to give her a chance to identify sexual predators living in Hawaii. So she made a posting on an online forum saying she was a 13-year-old girl and her friends were all losing their virginities. She said she was nervous and wanted to experience her first time with a man who knew what he was doing. Well, the response from adult men in Hawaii was overwhelming. She began a dialogue with one guy named Eric, who was nice enough to send this photo of him posing with his license plates in full view. Turns out Eric was enlisted in the U.S. Navy and had been arrested but not convicted once before for sex with an underage girl. I told my informant to make a date with him to meet at a park bench in downtown Honolulu on a Sunday afternoon. He was supposed to bring condoms and they would go somewhere to deflower this 13-year-old girl. When the meeting came, Eric showed up, but there was no 13-year-old girl awaiting him. Instead, he was greeted by me and my partner. We spoke to him for about an hour, and he was nice enough to sign a confession right there on the park bench. And yes, he did bring the condoms as directed. We ended up cutting him loose that day, and he thought he won the lottery. On Monday, the case was declined by the federal prosecutors, who weren't impressed with our little sting operation. But do you know who loved the case? The U.S. Navy. They assigned an NCIS operator to the case, and Eric was brought up on military court charges. He was drummed out of the Navy and ended up pleading guilty and going to a Department of Defense prison for 4 years. And that's how it happened. Have a great day, and be cool.